We're in Luxor and we're staying at a boutique stay which is just overlooking the Valley of the Queens and that side the Valley of the Kings. It looks really appetizing. We've reached Valley of the Kings. This was built after the pyramid. We're currently in the tomb of Rameses IV. This is the end of the tomb. We're entering the tomb of Tutankhamun now. This is the corpse of Tutankhamun. We're heading to the third tomb, but second tomb from the main entrance ticket, Ramesses III. So this is the three snakes, and there is the three-headed snake. Our last tomb of Valley of the Kings from the main entrance ticket, the tomb of Rameses IX. This is also unfinished. So I guess we're heading to Hatshepsut temple. Good morning everyone, welcome to a new vlog. So we're in Luxor and we're staying at a boutique stay called El Hanna Valley View, which is just overlooking the Valley of the Queens and that side the Valley of the Kings. And just a interesting thing to show you, Luxor has a lot of hot air balloon activities. So this is the time you see all the hot air balloons up in the air. That's a fun thing to do if you're here. We're not going to do it, but it is something that you can try. I think it's around $35 per person. So today we have a long day. We are going to do the Valley of the Kings and Hatshepsut temple, and most probably Karnak temple. So I will show you what all we do, but before that I'll show you what we have for breakfast. Here's a breakfast platter for the day. So there are full beans, falafel, salad, omelette, french fries, feta and Egyptian bread. We have some water, and we've also asked for lemon with mint. So it looks really appetizing and very nice with this amazing view.
Class in ancient time. We have the kings, we have the queens, we have the nobles, we have the workers.
Okay.
So this is the second richest class in Egypt. Rich, it is nobles.
Nobles. Okay.
Yes. All this is all sure. The numbers of the nobles more than the number of kings.
Kings, yeah.
So we got that when you go Valley of the Kings, the tombs is small numbers, but here is a big number.
Large numbers, yeah. So we are crossing the tombs of the nobles. So there were four classes in the past: kings, queens, nobles and workers. So these are the tombs of the nobles. We've reached Valley of the Kings and we've just purchased the ticket. So the main entrance is 750 Egyptian pounds per person.
I will show for the man, I give you back.
Okay. And there are some additional tickets of 3 tombs. So we took the Tutankhamun one, which is 700 Egyptian pounds per person, and this buggy to reach the gate is 20 pounds per person, so it's 40. You know, this was built after the pyramids, but why? Is because the artifacts and everything was stolen from the pyramids, so the kings didn't want their tombs to be, the artifacts and all to be stolen. That's why they asked the architect to find a place where they could be buried, and they chose this place. Why? Because it is dry, there is no water here, and it will be discreet because they'll be buried underground, and it also has a pyramid shape there, so that is for religious significance.
So all mountains are actually...
Yeah, all mountains are actually the pyramid shape.
With this one, this is nice, colorful tomb.
Yeah.
We call it Ramses IV. Ramses IV, he was, attention. It is considered the last pharaohs. They buried here.
Okay.
They have a name Ramses. After Ramses II, and Ramses III, all kings they have a name Ramses.
Okay.
Okay.
Not too strong like Ramses II. They already got the name.
Okay.
But we pharaohs, and at the time Egypt it was not stable.
Okay.
What the significance of this is three different things. There's three different things. The burial chamber, in the end of the tomb, you are going to see a lady crossing the ceiling, nude,
Okay.
and eating the sun. And
Okay.
over there, she is the sky goddess. The second, here, inside this is tomb also they found a blueprint on papyrus. Show us how look like the design, of the tomb. Architecture design. But unfortunately, that one in Turin Museum, in Italy,
Okay.
Torino. The third nice thing inside the tombs, this is not far from the entrance.
Yeah.
So when the early Coptic, we call them the early form of the Christianity, the Christian, they suffered from the persecution of the Roman. They escaped from the Nile Valley. They came here. They used this tomb as a shelters.
Oh,
So the
okay.
monks, they've been actually resting here inside the tomb, and also hiding from the persecution of the Roman at that time.
Oh, okay.
So left and right side of the entrance, you're going to see a Coptic graffiti. So
okay.
this tomb has a lot of Christian graffiti from the Bible, testament from the Bible. Like if you enter the place here, please pray for us, or wish for us a good luck at that time. So two faces and the crosses, they put it over the ancient Egyptians
So
hieroglyphics.
it's like layers of hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hieroglyphics and then Coptic.
Coptic.
Yeah. So we are currently in the tomb of Rameses IV, which is the nearest tomb to the entrance. This tomb has a lot of Coptic influences because it was used by Christian monks to escape the Romans during that time. They used it as a place of refuge. There's beautiful artwork. The ceiling also. And in front is the sarcophagus. There is no tomb inside because the priests took it away in fear of it being stolen, and they kept it somewhere else. So there is no tomb inside, no body. This is the tomb, there is no body inside. So even though this king is called Rameses IV, given the name Rameses, he was not a very strong king. He was one of the weaker kings. So this, the visit to his tomb is actually included in the main ticket price. So there are actually 62 tombs in total in Valley of Kings, and visitors can only visit 12 each day. No, only 12 tombs are open each day, and visitors can only visit 3 with the main ticket. This is the end of the tomb where there's a lady swallowing the sun that our guide was mentioning. So this is it. It's a beautiful tomb. A lot of colourful hieroglyphics. So we are entering the tomb of Tutankhamun now. So this is the stairs to the tomb down. So this is the corpse of Tutankhamun. Just the head and the foot is visible because, like our guide was saying, when Howard Carter, the archaeologist, took off his mask, it actually damaged a lot of his body. All his bones were broken. That's why they've covered it with a white cloth. And just the head and the foot is visible. This is the sarcophagus of Tutankhamun. It is not very big, it's tiny. And here's all the hieroglyphics. history says there was a clash between two groups of priests one wanted Tutankhamun to be buried, and the other one didn't want him to be buried in the Valley of the Kings, and so his burial was done very quickly, and they closed the doors very quickly and did not allow it to dry. That's why there's still bacteria which has formed on the walls, and it's still there. So we are heading to the third tomb, but second tomb from the main entrance ticket, Ramesses 3. So this is an unfinished tomb because there was a labor strike here. The workers working on the tomb complained that they did not receive enough breakfast and gold, so they will not finish the tomb. So it is an unfinished tomb. So let's go inside and see it.
دي زي اللي في مقبرة رمسيس الرابع. زي اللي كانت في رمسيس الرابع.
We're looking for a snake-headed figure. A three-headed snake figure, which are as soon as we turn right, it should appear. So that's what our guide said, to be mindful of, to keep a lookout for it. So this is the three snakes, and there is the three-headed snake figure, which our guide said it's not a good one, because if it eats the sun, then it's going to be dark for a long time. So it's not a good one. The dung beetle. This has even more paintings than the other two. Tutankhamun ones is very small. I think it's because of the argument that the priests had. They didn't construct a very big tomb for him. Oh my god, this is so deep. It's actually very deep.
Welcome.
Okay.
宝宝，先走这边，那边过不来了。
So now we are heading to the tomb. but as you can see, it's closed off because it's unfinished. So this is the tomb, our last tomb of Valley of the Kings, from the main entrance ticket, the tomb of Rameses the 9th. As you can see, it is quite tall. It's not that claustrophobic as the other tombs that we went to, and it's also not very deep. It has the largest entrance in all of the tombs of the Valley of the Kings. Yeah, it's quite flat. It's easy. So yeah, like we are doing it at the last. I think that's the best because you're all tired after doing. It's not hectic. It's not a lot of climb or a lot of stairs, but it's very humid and hot inside because it is an enclosed space, and since it's a tomb, it's below the ground, so you can imagine how hot it can get, especially with so many people inside and no ventilation here. There's not even fan or anything here, so it's quite beautiful again. The Valley of the Kings is like, the tombs are very well preserved. The hieroglyphics and the paintings, the colors, it's very beautiful. The ceiling, there's meaning in everything. It's not just like our guide mentioned, it's not just random paintings. Everything, every little hieroglyphic, every little painting has a meaning here. There's the beetle.
So in contrast to this, the Valley of the Queens is not that well preserved.
So the Valley of the Kings is the most popular one. The Valley of the Queens does not have a lot of tombs, or maybe they haven't been excavated yet because the excavation process is still continuing.
And they are not very well preserved.
And they are not very well preserved.
The only one which is there is also closed right now.
Yeah, the only one, I think, Nefertari or Nefertiti. Nefertari, I think. Yeah. Her tomb is also closed for renovation. So there's no there's no reason to go there now. So there are 4 valleys actually: Valley of the Kings, Valley of the Queens, Valley of the Nobles, and Valley of the Workers. So obviously the Valley of the Kings is the most popular one and the most open to the tourists. Valley of the Queens is also open to tourists, but not very popular as the tombs are not well preserved. And I don't think Valley of the Nobles and Valley of the Workers, well, they're open, but there's no reason to go visit because it's huge, because the kings and queens were less and the nobles and number of nobles and workers were more. So they're not iconic enough. Okay, so we reach the edge. It's closed.
This is an unfinished tomb.
This is also unfinished.
This is the unfinished. That one, they finished it.
Okay.
But this one is completely unfinished.
This is also unfinished. the tomb. So that's why it's closed off. We can't get down. Oh, you can see they've dug it up, but it's not finished.
Nice picture. Camera. Madam?
It's okay. We take our picture. Thank you.
What from?
India.
India, number one. Good India. Beautiful picture.
A bit of correction. Rameses III's tomb was actually not unfinished. This labor strike that I talked about was not the labor strike of pharaohs workers, but the labor strike of the excavation team. That time there was gold, not money, so they complained that they didn't get enough breakfast and gold. So
Breakfast and money.
money, yeah. So they will not finish the excavation, and that's why it's not been completely excavated. But this tomb, Ramesses IX, is an unfinished tomb. These are, I think, this depicts all the funeral boats that we were seeing in GEM, the Grand Egyptian Museum. So there's a crocodile.
Go and check that.
Yeah, you can go and check out that vlog. It's a beautiful museum, and we actually did it ourselves. So we got to explain a lot of things which we know. Obviously not as expertly as a guide.
We got it entirely.
Yeah, but we got it entirely empty because we went right at the opening. So you can actually you can go and check it out. So we finished our visit of Valley of the Kings. We did Ramesses 4.
Go and we'll change, we'll go somewhere else.
Ramesses 4, Ramesses 3, Ramesses 9 and Tutankhamun.
Do you need it?
I don't think so, thank you. So yeah, it was a really nice visit. So the 3 Rameses comes with the main ticket price, and Tutankhamun, which is 750 Egyptian pounds per person, and the Tutankhamun one comes with extra ticket price of 700 Egyptian pounds per person. There's also other 2 tombs, Seti 1 and Ramesses 6, I think, 5 and 6, which has additional ticket prices. So it's up to you. You can decide for yourself or consult with your guide, whichever is seems interesting to you, so you can do that. But we actually saw all the popular ones, and I think that's our guide recommended Tutankhamun. So I guess we're happy with that, and there's nothing more to see for us.
Like you said, wherever Queens we are doing.
Yeah, so we aren't doing Valley of the Queens because there's nothing well preserved there. So I guess we're heading to Hatshepsut temple.